Gamers and gamerettes, welcome to a stream where I have not been streaming for a bit. And in this stream, we are going to go over Satisfactory, a little bit of gameplay, as well as a tutorial, I guess you would call it. So in this video, we'll be talking about Satisfactory, which I call Factorio 3D. So yeah, let's get started without like being blabbing into nothing. I'm gonna call this 47 YouTube. I'm gonna start with everything as default. I am not changing a single thing. So, ideal for first time pioneers, which is grass fields. Everything looks good, and let's start the game. This is the settings. You just confirm. We might have the game. Oh, there we go. Okay, the audio is full. So yeah, let's get started. Satisfactory is essentially an automation game, kind of like Factorio. You build your factories and you automate stuff until, I believe your goal is to get out of the planet, if I remember. So yeah, we will be going over that once the game loads. All right.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional.
I don't know why the game is so quiet. This is why.
Attention pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program.
Save the day.
A Fixit pioneer has 3 core assignments.
Yep.
Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure.
Yep.
Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems.
Like. Alright, so
Initiating planetfall.
let's get started, but the only thing that I need to edit real quick
Atmospheric entry in 3,
is my sensitivity.
1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute.
Uh-oh.
Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion.
Music is cool.
Touchdown.
I don't know why I think of
Planetfall
Terraria when I hear
complete.
that.
Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable.
Acceptable. You little sassy bitch. Right, there you go. Welcome to the world of Factorio 3D. But nah, seriously though, it is a good
You
game.
are
It's
the
not
third
like a
in your
rip-off
region to
of...
survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage
Ooh,
2,
there's a
AB,
little
B,
bit
in the binary system of Akicha.
of...
Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding.
upscaling. I don't want upscaling. I set that to none.
First contact
Right,
safety
there we
tool
go.
supplied due to presence
Never
of
mind, there's a
alien
little bit of a
megafauna.
lag, maybe because
Adhere
of the
to
preview.
the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper
Okay,
before
awesome.
leaving the drop zone.
So it should be good to go right now. Let's pick up some berries.
Potential edible collected.
Okay.
If consumed before with the human digest.
So the idea here is that we are in our drop pod right here, and this is like your starting area, which you will never care about again. And the idea here is that we need to look for our very first like material place to start digging and getting our very first material. So what we need to do first is to click tab to open our inventory. And in your inventory, you can see we have some stuff here. You do have the Bale Perry. And then you have your Xeno Zapper, which is like your weapon that you're going to use. I'm going to drag that, put it into hands, and there we go. We have the Zapper in our hands.
Next objective, dismantle the drop pod. Fix it incorporated as cost-effective and efficient.
So right now, you can press F in order to go into the dismantle mode. And you can dismantle the drop pod, which you're going to completely delete out of existence from the game. Cool.
Next objective, use the resource.
So right now you can press V or hold V in order to get the selection wheel, and then we need iron. So I'm gonna press that, and then it's gonna scan for iron, and keep an eye out on your HUD above on your compass. And you can see we do have a bunch of items in or towards east. This is where we're gonna go. By the way, when you're walking, just pick up these leaves. We're gonna need them later on. So just press E on all of the leaves that you find. Pick up this, like, pick it up as you go. We're gonna need a bunch of them for later. So right now, since you already have iron selected, I mean, you don't have any other options. You can press you can press F to scan like once more for the last thing that you have selected. So pick up the leaves as we go, and then we will go towards the iron that we have right here. I'm following my compass at the top of the screen. And we do have our first enemy. Now, you can easily fight these guys by like jumping over or just like trying to run behind them. Sometimes they'll just get stuck and run in circles. And yeah, there we go. And you can pick up the hog remains.
Samples of new alien species and a thick.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Now, what we need to do. This is our iron deposit or iron ore. So I'm gonna press E to just scan a little bit. Not scan. I mean dig a little bit.
Use the build gun to construct.
My God, she talks too much. All right. So once you break like the middle core here, you can start like getting some iron from below. Don't worry, you have a bunch of iron below. And then you just click E once and you're gonna start digging and going into your inventory. So iron is very important, kind of like in Factorio. So it will be like your most basic like material. And I see we have a lot of iron nodes in here, like 3, which is going to be a great place in order to start building our base. And I'll show you how we can build a base by pressing B for build. Cap. It is not B, it is Q for whatever. For construct with Q. Anyway, so you press Q in order to open the build menu. B, I think, is your flashlight. So, and then you have the hub and a crafting bench. So what we're gonna start with is the hub. And yes, some buildings are humongous, so you're gonna need a bunch of space to do that. So we can set it up like here. And if you hold control when you are rotating, so the way to do that, you rotate with your mouse wheel, of course, and then you can hold control in order to rotate like with a certain degree, with snapping and so on. So you can do that, and I think this is good enough. I'm gonna press left click, and boom, we have our
Hub
thing.
foundation built. The hub terminal and but essential.
I'm pressing enter to just skip her because she talks too much. Alright, so right now your hub comes with a crafting bench like that. I'll show you how we can use that later. And then we have the hub terminal, which you can select upgrades in here. So whenever you select an upgrade, it's gonna give you like you select like the milestone upgrade that you want to follow or track, and then once you select it, it's gonna give you a bunch of things to do. And once you deposit it into the upgrade, they will upgrade your hub. So essentially what we need to get to level 1 right now, or hub upgrade 1, is we need to get iron rod. Now when you hover over this, so you are missing like 10 iron rods, which they need, and if you hover over it, you can see that when you get iron, like right here, you can convert them into rods, and you can produce that in the crafting bench. Okay, but right now we don't have iron. What we actually have is iron ore. So we can go here into the crafting bench and click on iron ingots, and you can see we can convert our raw iron ore into raw or iron ingots. This is similar to how you can in Factorio grab the raw ore and then put it in a furnace, but right here we don't have a furnace, you just convert it to iron ingots. So what you can do is you can hold spacebar in order to keep crafting, or you can like hold the craft button right here. All right, so I'm gonna convert all of the iron ore that I have into ingots. I'm just holding spacebar, not doing anything else. Alright, this is enough. I'm not going to convert all of them. Next thing we need to do is get the iron rods that we are, or that we need in your milestone. You can see your milestone is up here, being tracked here. So we need 10 iron rods. So I'm going to select iron rod and then hold left click. Hold spacebar in order to craft that. And you can see we have here 23 rods, more than enough. So I'm going to interact with this. I'm going to shift click, so shift and left click in order to deposit the iron rods here. And I'm gonna click upgrade hub, and you can see here that
Hub upgrade 1,
we upgraded the hub.
Frame completed.
Usually you see like a visual upgrade, but maybe it's not yet. We have not upgraded enough, but you get a storage right here, which is essentially just a chest. I'm gonna put some stuff in here that I do not need in my inventory so far. You can drag and like drag to sort right here, which is cool. Now the next thing that I need is to craft a portable miner. To do that, I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna click hub upgrade 2, select milestone, because I need to track these. So what we need right now is to grab, or we need to get plates and iron rods. I don't think I can craft the portable miner yet. Or maybe actually equipment workshop. Probably we need to build the workshop to grab the thing here. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we need to build this in order to get the miner that I was talking about. Okay. All right, cool. So you can see below here that you're missing iron rods. Yes. So if you look like currently building equipment workshop, and then below, we have 4 out of required 13 right here. Can confirm this. Wait, what are we missing again? Oh yeah, we're missing 6 iron plates. Sorry. The 6 iron plates is what we're missing, and we need 4 rods, but we have 13, so we're good there. So what we need to do is actually craft some iron plates, and to craft iron plates, we need iron ingots. So I'm gonna craft some ingots by converting some of the raw iron ore that I have here into iron plates, or sorry, into iron ingots, and then I'm gonna use the iron ingots to convert them to iron plates. Alright, so press Q again, and then you can see the equipment workshop. We have more than we need, and we can build this bad boy like right here. Boom. And then I'm gonna interact with this, and yes, so we can build a portable miner, or like craft a portable miner. It needs rods and plates, and I'm gonna hold spacebar, and I'm gonna get a portable miner. Awesome. I'm gonna shift click it so I can put it in my hands, and then I'm gonna use the scroll bar to switch to the portable miner. The scroll wheel, not the scroll bar. Now using the scroll wheel, I can now put that anywhere on the iron ore, and boom. There you go. It will start digging right now. And then you can easily just grab the like shift click on the iron ore to put it in your inventory. And you can pick up the miner. You can grab all of the output right here. I think it's going to store up to 100 if I remember correctly. And then you can see here it takes 40 or like takes up 40 iron ore per minute. All right, let's let it cook. Leave it dig for a while. We could actually craft like multiple of these and then just let him keep digging for iron ore, because we're gonna need a bunch of iron. Now, whenever you break like this middle rock that was in the middle of the iron ore deposit, you get like a bulk of iron ore right here, like raw ore. So it is good to like start breaking them like yourself, so you get like a bulk in your inventory, and then you can use that to craft stuff. So I'm gonna convert a lot of iron ore, or a lot of iron ore into iron ingots, because we need to build the 10 plates and the 20 rods. Between brackets here, you can see the maximum amount you're allowed to build or you're allowed to craft based on the items that you have in your inventory. So right now we can have a maximum of 25 iron ingots because we have 25 iron ore. That means it is 1 for 1. You can see right here it requires 1. So on the left side is how many you have in your inventory. On the right side of the slash is the required amount. Here is the output amount. So it is 1 for 1. You can even see in the panel here. So we're not gonna do like all of them. Crafting can get boring at the start, but that's okay because we'll be automating all of that super soon. Okay, so now you can see here we take 3 to get 2. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna craft iron rods. So we need 20 and 10. Now we have 20 and 20, which is enough. We can actually deposit them right now in order to put the required items. Notice here the relevant items is always relevant to the like container or item that you are interacting with. So keep an eye on it. It's like gonna make your job easier.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burn. Fun fact, fueling the...
You can listen to these on your own. It's actually pretty cool if you like that kind of conversation. But anyway, so right now you actually get the biomass burner. And this biomass burner is your very first power construction. And you can actually put leaves in here. So I'm going to come back to this in a sec. I'll go to the storage right here where I stored leaves in. Pick up the leaves. There's one thing that I want to change is the hold to sprint. I don't want that. I want click to sprint. Okay. And then hold to zipline. I'll also remove that. I want to click space once to run and then click it again to cancel running. So we can pick up these leaves, and right here I can put the leaves in the in the biomass burner, which is gonna cause electricity and gonna give me electricity. And then you can see here that 1 is on, 0 is off, so you can like tell if you wanted to turn off and on. But right now we don't have any connections to it because we do not have anything that needs electricity just yet. And then you can see at number 2 here below, we can use that to build a power line, but we are missing cables. We're going to talk about this once we start building something that needs electricity. But for now, we should be good to go. Now, the third thing that we need to do is choose the hub upgrade and then select the milestone. And you can see right here that we need 20 and 20 of the things that we have. But we also need 20 copper iron here. So my very next thing is to build a portable miner. Now, in order to build a portable miner, I'm gonna need iron rods. To do that, I'm gonna go here. It looks like it stopped digging because it has the maximum amount already, and I was correct. It digs up to 100. So I'm gonna build like 2 more and let it dig in the iron ore over there, so I can forget about iron production for a while. Let's craft that. There was a trick before that you could like, you don't have to hold spacebar. I don't know if it still exists. I think you used to like hold spacebar and then alt tab and come back into the game, and the button will remain pressed, so that way you didn't even have to hold spacebar in order to craft that. But like, way too dank right now. Let's get a few ingots right here. We need a bunch of rods in order to grab the next portable miner. I think I'm gonna need a bunch of portable miners because I also want to dig some copper. And I think everything I have here is iron. Yes, and this is also iron. Okay. Cool. I don't care about upgrading the hub right this moment. We're gonna worry about that in a sec. We can build 7. I'm gonna build 3, so I can put 2 on the iron ores, and then I'm gonna get the third one, or like the extra one. So here, go, and you can go here, and then I'm gonna put the last one, or the next one, at copper. Now what I'm gonna do is I hold V and then select copper, and let's see if we have any copper close by. We have 200 meters, 500, 400. Okay, so we're good to go now. We have 100 meters here. That's not terrible. And yes, you have to get used to running away. You can always come back to base. Your hub is always marked on your HUD right here, so don't worry about that. And yes, B is your flashlight, so you can use that in little dark areas like this. I don't know why I thought of the American stealth bombers right now. I thought we're about to get nuked. Anyway, press V again to scan because I lost the copper. Oh yes, there we go. Okay. So use the movement to your advantage. You can b-hop pretty easily in this. Oh shit. So don't be scared of fighting these guys. They're dumb. And then you can see it, like they are, or at least they were stuck in the, like, running in circles things. I think it's fixed right now, but before you used to just make them like run in a loop until you move, and then you can just chase the ass down and zap him in the ass and everything will be cool. But anyway, our objective here is to add this this miner, which is gonna mine some copper. How are these skinny legs? Oh wait, what kind of material is that hoof made of? Look how skinny his leg and head is compared to his belly. Anyway, we're gonna mine some copper manually because we're gonna need a bunch. Because we're gonna need a bunch. Alright, good enough. I'm gonna leave that here and then I'm gonna come back to it later. It does not get marked on your map, but we can remember like it's the copper that is towards east. I don't think there is... Oh, there is. Okay, never mind. I did not think, or I did not remember if there was fall damage or not, but looks like there is, but that's okay. We can heal by eating these. Alright. So let's now actually upgrade our hub to the next upgrade. So similar to iron, we can convert copper ore to copper ingots. Exact same way. We'll grab a bunch. We need 20 wires. But we're gonna need a bunch more wires anyway to do upgrades. Wait, we actually need 20, which we have here, and then we need 20 iron plates. Okay. So we need to get 12 more plates. Alright, we should have everything ready right now. I'm just gonna click here and then press upgrade. Boom.
Hub upgrade 3, interior furnishing. When you inline next.
So whenever you upgrade, there's no upgrade animation, it looks like. But we do have some character customization that we unlocked right now. Oh my god. Yeah, Power Rangers stuff. And then you can get some Uro shit. And right here you can get build gun skins. You can add a trinket. Primary color, you can use cool colors. Secondary color. You can do some weird stuff like that. And then overalls. Yeah. Look at our completely messy anyway, good enough. So right now we do have our good cool skin, which is awesome. You can interact with the toilet, and I think you can throw stuff in the toilet to delete them, if I remember. Oh, okay. Anyway, we're good to go. You can even go above here in order to get like a what the hell is this? I actually don't know what this is. Let's go up here. Blue power slug. Yoink, gather a power slug.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings.
Okay.
Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay. So it looks like it's something new that I did not see before. So we'll see how this works. Okay. So now we have a bunch of leaves we can store here because we're going to start automating our process super soon. So what we're gonna do here is now we're gonna select like upgrade 4 just to mark it on our map, and you can see we're gonna need now like I think that's limestone if I'm correct. You can check that here. This is concrete. Oh, okay, so concrete, and you need like stone for it if I remember. Limestone, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. So the very first thing that we need to do actually is we need to build a smelter. The smelter is used to convert ore into ingots. So that way I can pass it iron ore and copper ore, which is then going to convert it into a like an ingot. So that way it skips the part where I have to craft it myself. But the thing is, it needs power. That is the first thing. And then notice the input and output markings right here. So you want to give it input from the yellow part and then the output into the green part. And this is important because we're going to be using this when we automate some production lines. But for now, we don't have some production line stuff ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get iron rods and get wire. And we're going to build this right now. So let's grab some copper. Also, the more you upgrade your hub, the more items and blueprints you can unlock to craft more stuff, of course. Let's grab some iron ingots because we need some rods and we need some wire. Let's get some wire here. And then using wires, we're also going to craft some cables because we need a bunch of these to connect electricity. But I'll show you what we need to do in a sec. No, not the constructor. I need the smelter first. Let's give ourselves like a bunch of space here because we're gonna have a bunch of these. So I'm just gonna start by building it right here. It is not aligned correctly, so you can easily delete it. I think this is okay, but I mean, we'll be deleting and building stuff a lot later on. So you can choose here if you want copper or iron. So that means I need to build one more because I want to have iron and copper at the same time. We're missing one rod. So where am I? What am I doing? Oh yeah, let's craft one more rod, which is good. And there we go. We can stick it right next to this guy. If you hold control, you can like do some alignment and stuff. So right here, yeah, I'm gonna choose iron ingots and then I'm gonna put iron ore. Of course, it's not working yet because there is no power. And now we're gonna talk about power. So I'm gonna connect this power line. So I can choose this, which is gonna connect a power line to this directly. Now I don't need to build a power like pole because the distance is good enough here. So there is no worry about building a pole just yet. I'm just connecting it to... Oh, no empty power line connection. Okay. So the idea here is that from this thing, you can only get one wire as output. And then in order to wire multiple things, like for example, we have two smelters right now, but I cannot power both of them from the same generator. This is the reason why you would need a power pole, which it takes like one input, but then you can get multiple outputs from it. Okay. So right now we only have this one powered. Now it's not burning because I assume that we don't have this thing turned on. Yeah, there we go. So then it's gonna use leaves as a power point, or sorry, as a power source. Burn them into electricity, and you can see the smelter is now smelting. Super duper cool. I'm gonna go here, grab iron, and then I'm gonna put him here. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is grab or make grab limestone so we can make concrete, and we do have some right here. Nice. I'm actually gonna go back and craft a portable miner because we're gonna need to automate mining that. So the portable miner, we are missing some iron stuff. So now I could go to my smelter and pick up the iron ingots that we have here, which is cool. Is there a way that I could put away the... Oh yes, pressing H is gonna holster your weapon, so I don't have to keep running with it. Let's build some ingots. Alright, let's see what we have here. We can build 4. I think I only need 1 portable miner for the limestone that is over here. Alright. The word impure, it means that we're gonna get like, we're not gonna get as much as we could from a pure source, but that's okay. We don't need much right now. I believe we'll break this eventually. I believe so. Okay, maybe not, and I don't care. Let's just let it dig here. Oh, I actually didn't know this. The miner takes the same skin as you, like the colors. That's cool. Okay, so it's gonna start digging some limestone. It's gonna give us 20 per minute, which is not bad. You can see here by the lights here, like this is green and this is red. This indicates if it's working or not. Let's put these here to burn, which is cool. Okay, now we need to convert that limestone into concrete. We need 3 for 1. So keep that in mind. And then I can build a power pole right around here. Okay. So then I'm gonna deconstruct this. I'm gonna connect this to the power energy here. So now this power pole is connected. I'm gonna pick it up and then connect it here, and then I'm gonna pick it up and connect it here. Boom. So now this power pole is connecting both of these smelters. And right now we have a bunch of copper going crazy. What we could do as well is we could have another smelter. Missing materials, which is copper wire. Okay. Let's go craft a wire. We'll build another smelter for our limestone. So that way we can get concrete immediately. We cannot align these like right next to each other, but this is the best we could do. And I'm gonna get a power line and connect it to here. Now we have all 3 of these connected, and oh, we cannot get a copper ingots here. Okay, or sorry, a limestone. That's okay. So we're gonna keep doing limestone ourselves. Got a bunch here. That is okay. So now we can actually focus on upgrading our base. Or like our hub into the next level. Speaking of which, we can actually build the constructor now, but the constructor needs reinforced iron plates. And we can do that by having iron plates and then screws. So we can use screws here. Or like craft screws from iron rods. Okay. Until we can grab a second iron plate. Which means we need... cannot afford recipe. What are we missing? So there we go. So now we have 2, and then we can build a constructor. No, we need some cables. And right now we can build a constructor, which is cool. I'm gonna put the constructor here so it is a little bit on its own. Let's grab some power from here. Boom. And then the constructor, we can make it construct whatever we need from... this needs iron ingots in order to craft iron plates. And there you go. So right now, we are gonna automate crafting iron plates. You can see we need 75 iron plates, which is a lot. So this is why I'll be using this constructor in order to give me some iron plates. And we're just gonna let it cook. We have a bunch of things in my inventory, which I don't like. Let's store some stuff. Let's store this hog remains. I don't need this wood just yet. So we'll store that, and then let's craft some concrete ourselves because we cannot automate this. Wait, actually I think the constructor can automate it. Yes, the constructor can automate it. So that means maybe I could get another constructor. So we are missing reinforced iron plates and cable, but that's okay. Reinforced iron plates will be easy to craft now since we have the iron plates being being automated. So we can do that. Now, why did these stop? Because we don't have iron ore, but that is super easy to grab. We're gonna grab this, sir. Keep cooking. And what about you? You are missing copper ore, which we will come back to you with the copper, which was on top here. I remember it was east. There it is. Yeah, don't worry, we'll be building like zip lines, and we will be building stairs in order to move around freely, but for now we just have to do it the good old manual way. Where is it? It is here. There we go. Maybe I could put another portable miner here, just so I can make a trip and then collect like 300 or 400. Ow. That's okay. So we're gonna put that here. Let's let this cook. Need to make sure our production is all up and running. And let's go here. How's our leaves doing? Our leaves, we have 300. So it's gonna be super easy to like collect leaves as your power source first. You get a lot of it and you don't burn through a lot because your energy consumption is not that much right now. So you should be fine to use it for a while. Now here we have some iron plates being cooked. What is our next objective? Our next objective is to automate the concrete production. And we can do that by doing a constructor. Now, constructor, reinforced iron plate and cables. So let's do that. I think I'm gonna move this, by the way. So here, the equipment workshop, I might do it like on the other side here, because I don't want to keep going around. Alright. So yeah, this is better. So now all of my crafting is right next to each other. Let's grab a bunch of wires. And then I think we need cables, not wires. So I'm gonna grab that. And let's craft a bunch of concrete. We only need 10 right now to get the hub upgrade, which is fine. We can actually grab a bunch of cables here. Bunk, 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 bunk. Alright, let's see. We are good to go here, but we just need a few more plates, which our constructor should be taking care of. But now we're missing iron ingots, which we could craft from here. Easy stuff. Boom. Gonna let it cook, and we can add these here. We are missing 3 more. Give me 1 more. All right, cool. You can don't forget to save your game. There is auto save. You don't need to care, but you know, having a manual save is always cool, just in case your auto save gets broken. And now we upgraded our hub.
Hub upgrade 4, landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor, due to, there is not, if this is next
Okay, so you can like listen to these on your own. Also, by the way, when you upgrade your hub, your player gets upgraded, which means you get more inventory space, and I believe you get more health, but I might be incorrect about that. I don't remember, honestly. Okay, so it looks like we need just the same stuff, but we need a bunch more stuff from it. But the good thing, we can now build conveyor belts, which I will tell you what this is used for. The thing is, though, we do not have a like a miner yet, so we cannot use the conveyor belts like really right now. But I am going to use the conveyor belts right now in order to show you what we can use it for. So this is a pole which we are going to use, like we're gonna put one here. All right. Okay, so belts need iron plates. Okay, but actually what you want to do is we want the belt to we need to rotate it because I want the belt to walk the other way. And I believe we can do that by oh yeah, there we go. So we're gonna need to do that like this. And then right here we're missing iron rods and we're missing iron plates. Okay. So yes, what we could do here is we can do it like here. Okay, so we are missing iron rods and iron plates. Let's actually go grab that. You can see the yellow here, that means it doesn't have anything to do right now. So even though like we're good, but it doesn't have anything to do. Similar to here, which we can put some iron ingots. Okay, so let's go grab some iron rods. Ow. We'll craft some. What does it need? Iron ingots. Oh, we don't have iron ingots yet. Let's go grab some ingots and then we'll use that to make some rods. Okay, good enough. We have a lot of copper. Let's use that and let's go back and we're gonna build a belt. If you don't know, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a belt all the way to the copper. And then we can use that belt in order to and you can see here what we have. And boom. So we have that like this. And then this guy, put it on top like that. Please let me up. Yep, just like that. And then okay. I don't know if that's gonna work. That doesn't look like it's gonna work. Oh boy. Okay, so the actual belt is, or sorry, the actual ore is here, the deposit. Which is why I can build like one here. And I can build that thing here, and then like that. We are missing iron plates. Okay. Lock hologram. Oh, I cannot keep it locked. Okay. So we're gonna go back and grab some iron plates. And we can do that by... This is the ingots, not the plates. This is the plates. Put the ingots in. And now I can just run and reverse on this. We're gonna be a little bit slowed running like in the opposite direction. But that's okay. You can b-hop your way. Ah. And then connect that like this, and boom. Right now we have a full connection to where we would grab iron or copper, which is going to be cool. And we're gonna use that in a sec when we want to grab or automate grabbing copper by building a miner, a real miner, not a portable miner. Okay, so right now we're not crafting anything, which we need to fix. We need to fix that. The second thing that we should work on right now is building another constructor in order to automate the concrete building. So we're missing iron plates. Okay. We're missing reinforced iron plate, which is missing screws. And now I can build a constructor. Cool. I'll just put it here for now. We're gonna be refactoring all of this anyway, so I don't really mind. But now we are missing some power line, and you can see now we have a problem. We are at full capacity with this power line already. So what we could do is we could connect a power line to a power line, which is what we need to do right now. We were missing some concrete for the power line, and then we're missing some cables as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect this. Can build like a power line here. Connect that to here and connect that to here. Boom. Cool. So now we have everything up and running. So cool. We are automating. Conveyor belt's gonna be connected to portable miners. I know, bruh. So since we're not using this right now, I can convert a bunch of these copper ingots to wires, because we're not doing anything with it just yet. And then we're gonna need 50 cables, which should be pretty easy from the wires. But also we need iron rods. Which we could get. If you didn't know, holding shift and then right clicking is gonna split the stack into half. So yeah, I'm gonna get the 20 that I need, and then I'm gonna craft some cables. So I'll automate getting cables because we need 50 of them. Which means we're gonna need a bunch of wires that we are getting from here. So like that. And then we're gonna need to get iron rods, which we need iron ingots, not iron plates for it. Here we're getting copper ingots, and here we are getting iron ingots. We're almost out of iron in here, so we can put that in here. Now, oh yeah, I was asking what happened to this guy. Don't worry about these guys roaming. Like, this dude is not... I was about to say this dude is not predatory, but when he did that, I got scared. Anyway, he should be chill. And emphasis on should. Okay, now what we're doing right here is we need a bunch more cables, like a lot of cables. Let's grab the wires from here and just yeet them in here. And then the iron rods, as I said, the rods need ingots. And we do have a bunch of ingots right here. Maybe we're gonna need one more constructor, honestly. The only thing is we need reinforced iron plate, and then they need like a bunch of things. We need screws, okay. Let's grab these two. We get another constructor, which we can use to just speed up our process. And I believe we have space in our... Yeah, just like that. That is cool. Then I can configure it to get iron rods, and then we can put ingots, and yeah, there we go. We can just let it cook. Now, let's grab the leaves that we have. We don't have leaves here. Oh. How are we on leaves? We are almost out of leaves. Our energy production is... Our energy consumption, rather, is increasing, and our energy production is not keeping up right now. So let's grab a bunch of leaves, which we have an abundance of. Like, you will not run into trouble that much. You can use other things, by the way, as biomass, which is going to be better than leaves, but for now, leaves is your best bet. You can use wood, by the way, which is going to give you like a lot more burn time compared to leaves. But since we have a bunch of leaves, we don't care that much. We are not like desperate. We need wires or to get cables. I don't want to make like a lot more than I need from the cables, because I don't know if I'm gonna need these wires. Of course I'm gonna need these wires in the future to make other stuff, but like I don't want to be wasteful with what I have, because we don't have automation just yet. And speaking of which, okay, so we have 53 right now, which is good enough. I don't think we need to craft anything else right now. Let's grab these, let's grab these. This one is still behind. Okay, so let's make this one also to craft iron rods, because we need 75, which is a lot. Are we good here? No, we are not. We are not. Now we are. That means we're only missing iron rods. Cool. Grab the ingots here. Let's change this to rods as well. Let it craft rods. And then here, you need iron. Let's grab that. Let's keep this as copper. I don't think I need to change it at all. Okay, so rods. And let's put them here. 15 left. Five more. 1, 2, 4, 1, and that's it. Alright. Let's pick these up. Pick this up. We have a punch already. Boom.
Hub upgrade 5, power expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution, as the onboard, if you are next objective.
Well, there you go. You have your miners now starting to we can build like miners now. We will be starting the real automation right now. So the real automation is requiring some concrete. And what we could do right now is I'm gonna pick this up, which don't worry is gonna give you like the iron back. And the way this works is that you can build a miner on top of a resource, but I'm actually not gonna do it on the iron right now because the iron is easy. I'm gonna make it on top of copper, and I'll show you what we could do with this. The American bomber is flying above us. Okay, so we have this thing. This miner is having some copper, or like is responsible for getting copper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect it with this thing, and I'll show you why in a minute. But now we only have one more problem to take care of, which is electricity, like power. And I'll show you how we can fix that in a minute. So this is 4 out of 4. This is 4 out of 4. What are you doing? You're not doing anything. So let's just deconstruct this. It already did its job. So we're gonna grab this right now to why is this invalid aim location? Wire is too long. All I'm trying to do, honestly, is just... There's no way to get it on top. Okay, I think here is good enough. And then we can easily get it... I think over here is cool. So I can like see it. And there we go. We have wire, or like we have electricity over here. And then I can build this over here. Boom. And now when we connect this, watch the magic. Boom. We are having some copper ore. onto this belt. Awesome, awesome. The belt is a little bit slow. Uh-oh. Our grids have shut down. Good thing to notice. I believe we ran out of leaves. Yes, we did. Which is sad because we do not have any leaves in our inventory. But we have wood. Boom. Once we bring it back, it's gonna start burning stuff. But this is like an early warning that our production of electricity is lacking a bit. Speaking of which, I'm gonna grab this out here so I can have like an extra power source here in case I need it. Now, what we'll be focusing on right now is we need to also automate crafting iron, like burning iron. But we do have the copper incoming here in a sec. What are you missing? You're missing iron plates. Which we need a bunch of. I'm gonna grab iron plates here. And then here actually, because I don't need any more concrete. Boom. There we go. Our copper has arrived. And we will be automating this process right here. But what I need to do, actually, I can make this like a little bit high. So we'll go like that. We're missing some iron plates, which is okay. And then what we need to do is essentially just get it like around here, which is okay, but we're still missing iron plates. We'll be fixing that soon. There we go, and there we go. Okay, so let's grab this and we're gonna put it like around here. And then we'll be putting it, we'll be putting that stuff here. But first of all, let's actually build our miner. We're missing concrete. Okay. Okay, we are missing concrete. Let's stop this. Let's actually get concrete and let's go grab our limestone harvest, which we also need to automate, but one thing at a time. You don't want to overwhelm yourself in this game because you can so easily overwhelm yourself in this game, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself in this game. This is not being used at all, so we could do that. And let's let it cook. How many do we need? We need 10. So we need to wait 2 more cycles. 3 more cycles. It's 3 for 1. Okay, I thought it's 3 for 2. That was incorrect. And right now we can actually build a miner, which is great. And then once we have this miner up and ready, we can do this. Now this miner is missing one thing, and correct, it is electricity. Now we can connect it to a separate grid, which is going to be this. And that means I need to grab some electricity here. Okay, just relax. Actually, let's put that some leaves in here. We probably need some more leaves. But we are in a good position right now to actually just save. I don't want this video or stream to be super long. So I think we got like into most of the basics of the game, which is interesting. All I'm doing right now is collecting a bunch of leaves in order to use as a source. What is that? Fuse blown. Okay. Actually, I don't think I ever saw iron being on top here. I don't think I saw iron like or any deposit being on top like that. Anyway. We have some not so much leaves actually, 83, but that's okay. So here, and then we are missing some energy production levels, like energy source. But anyway, the idea here is that we want the iron ore to go this way. It's gonna go right into the iron crafter right here, which is gonna give us iron ingots, and then I could take these ingots and then make him go here, which is gonna give us iron plates, which is going to be cool. So now we can actually automate iron plates, which is going to be cool because we need a bunch of iron plates, and also what is this? Copper. Okay, so we can do. Oh, we don't have copper going anywhere here, so that's okay. That is okay. We need to craft wires actually. So we can use this thing here, which is not doing anything, to craft wires. And we have a bunch of wires. And it broke. All right. Okay, so actually, instead of having this, what I'm gonna do is I'll show you what we can do. We could connect these to the same grid. So that way we can increase the capacity of said grid. So I'll be deleting this. I'll show you what we can do right now. We'll be connecting both of these to each other. And then from here. Oh wait, I made a mistake. These cannot connect to each other directly. What I need to do is I'm gonna connect both of these to the same line here. So this guy is connected to one of them. And now both of these are connected to the same grid. And then this is gonna feed the main line. Alright. So right now we have both of them connected to the same grid, which is going to increase the production. But now both of them are powering the same grid, which means every single item that we have or building that is using electricity is using electricity from the same grid, which is cool. But that means we need to get more electricity, or like more fuel, essentially. But this is a problem for another time, because I think this is good enough to call it a how to get started, and then in the next upcoming like videos or upcoming streams we could continue this playthrough together. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the actual playthrough. See ya.